everybody could please rise, we're going to pledge the flag. Get started with our meeting. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We've had a number of first responders out helping citizens throughout town, around the state, around the country, around the world. So let's keep those folks in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Notice requirements of the open public meeting law have been satisfied concerning the school board of open meeting. Starlight published the notice on November 25th, 2022. A copy was also posted on the municipal bulletin board and should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Bauer. Here. Councilwoman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilwoman McCullough. Councilwoman Meehan. Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Small.
Here.
Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Vice President Anderson.
Here.
And President Ficarra.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from July 11th, 2023?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. This evening, we have no second reading ordinances. We'll go right into the first reading ordinances listed before you as letters A, B, and C. Could I get a motion that these ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on July 28, 2023, with notice of public hearing to be held on August 8, 2023 at 6 p.m.
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. President, you have 20 resolutions listed for consideration. Can I get a motion by consent to do 1 through 20?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
All right, folks, we're going to the public portion of the meeting. This is the time when anyone from the public can go up and speak. When approaching the microphone, please state your name and what section of the township or state you live in. You will have a one-time opportunity to speak for up to 5 minutes. I'll try to give you a 1-minute warning as we approach that. I don't want to interrupt you or be rude, but in case you want to have a closing statement, I'll let you know. If anyone's videotaping, there's a videotape area in the back that you must stay in that area. You can't videotape from your seats. And again, you have a 5-minute time frame. So we are now open to the public. Anyone that wants to address the council or administration. Ma'am, you're free to go right up there. You don't have to raise your hand. That's okay.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Just state your
Okay.
name and where you're from.
My name is Esther Barkin, and I live in Edison. I'm also a Woodbridge Township retiree, having worked as a devoted public servant for 18 years as a geriatric social worker. I am here tonight to talk about the proposed second frac gas power plant in Casby, which is about 3 to 3.5 miles away from where I live. I sent a letter to Mayor McCormick a year ago, but I would like once again to express my grave concern and opposition to this project and request that it either be withdrawn entirely or reconfigured as a clean energy plant, which CPV has experience doing. This project affects many, I'm sorry about that.
Just throw it over there.
This project affects many communities, not just Woodbridge Township, and I, along with many citizens and councils of 15 towns, have expressed opposition to it. Our climate has changed considerably since the project for the 2 CPV power plants was conceived years prior to its onset in 2016. At least that is what the scientists and our lived experience tell us, which we read about and hear about literally every day. The consequences of our warming planet are no joke. They're not only deadly with loss of lives, homes, jobs, and property, but extremely costly as well. And predictions are that things will get worse. As Governor Jay Inslee of Washington State said in an interview this past Sunday morning, the beast is at our door. He meant that while we knew climate change was coming with major impact, it has now arrived, and probably about 20 years earlier than expected. So what am I talking about? Larger and longer lasting forest fires, which are happening all over the United States, Greece, Canada, and we had the effects of the bad air, which put us at risk not too long ago. We have long spells now of 100+ degree temperature throughout our country. People are dying, okay? And it's affecting and straining the power grid. They say our Earth has now reached the hottest temperature ever recorded. There's drought in the West with shrinking water levels in several rivers and dams, which affect agriculture, our hydroelectric power production, and shipping on river barges. And there's competition now over the use of water. There's melting glaciers and permafrost at rapidly increasing rates, which threaten not only sea level rise, but it's releasing buried methane gas, which is only going to exacerbate the air warming trend. We have stronger and more frequent rain and windstorms, which cause flooding, mudslides, and sinkholes, resulting in loss of lives, homes, and personal property. And New Jersey is not exempt. Part of our county have already been underwater, and these damages will be costly to municipalities and taxpayers. And now we have insurance companies refusing to offer coverage when the risks are predictable and costly. I don't think we're prepared for that, and I want you to consider that. All of these climate change events, including habitat disruption and species loss, have one thing in common. Can you guess? They're all attributed to the burning of fossil fuels, including frack gas, which is mostly methane. Frack gas is definitely not clean nor green and poses serious health and environmental risks in its production, transporting, and use. So I hope you'll forgive me when I say that in light of all that we know for certain, I think it takes a lot of hubris or willful negligence. I have 1 minute?
1 minute.
To continue with this fossil fuel plant, because you're putting us and the environment, not only people here, but in our community. So I would say that everyone except extreme climate deniers is advocating that we get off fossil fuels and reduce our carbon footprint ASAP. To me, this project makes no sense economically and environmentally. The future is in clean energy, and it's contrary to what our science tells us and the direction we should be going, and will cause further risk to our health and environment. Please reconsider and do the right thing here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Ashwarya Devrajan, Edison, New Jersey. Thinking about college, celebrating her daughter's 16th birthday. These are all things Rosamond Adu Kissy Deborah should have been doing with her daughter, Ella Kissy Deborah. Instead, she is mourning, she is fighting, and she's being dismissed. Ella's 9-year life was filled with seizures and asthma attacks. It was filled with preventable pain and suffering. Her historic coroner's report listed pollution as the cause of her death and attributed to her asthma, which resulted in numerous hospital visits. Although Ella's situation in the UK may seem foreign here in Woodbridge, New Jersey, it's difficult to remain hopeful when there is another proposed power plant whose negative effects will far surpass Woodbridge Township, negatively affecting many adjacent towns, including mine, and negatively affecting tens of thousands of kids in the 70+ schools located in the affected radius of the Keasbey power plant. In addition to Ella's story, today I'm here to share my story as someone who suffers from asthmatic symptoms, struggling to breathe in an already worsening air quality, who's very scared of the very real and widespread consequences of this proposed power plant. I'm here to share the story of the almost 3,000 people in our county alone who had to make asthma-related emergency department visits in 2019. Of our county whose ozone pollution rating is already an F, and of a council that has the opportunity to do the right thing for their community and surrounding communities by taking action to prevent the emissions of 2,374,632.8 tons of greenhouse gases, 148.7 tons of nitrogen oxide, 125.5 tons of ammonia, 123.6 tons of particulate matter, 110.3 tons of carbon monoxide, 77.6 tons of total suspended particles, 49.9 tons of volatile organic compounds, 39.9 tons of sulfur dioxide, 25.1 tons of sulfuric acid, and less than 25 tons of hazardous air pollutants and 10 tons of formaldehyde that would be caused by the proposed power plant every year. Some of these emissions are known to catalyze asthma and other respiratory diseases and are known carcinogens such as formaldehyde. Two of the leading causes of death in Middlesex County are heart disease and cancer, with lung disease contributing to far too many deaths in this county. The pollution emitted from this proposed power plant will only contribute to these numbers. There are already 2 power plants in Woodbridge that services 1,200,000 households, which is more than enough energy for the approximately 285,000 households in Middlesex County. We do not need another power plant, especially when it will sacrifice our public's health for generations. I hope that our story has a happy ending, and I hope that you, as the council, chooses to be on the right side of this like 10 other municipalities in this county. I stand before you to present the information so that you're able to make a sound decision. For the sake of our commitment to Woodbridge and to the state's public health, I respectfully urge you, the council, to oppose the proposed power plant, and if not that, at least put safe measures in place to prevent it from harming our people and our town. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments this evening from the public?
John Rotary, Woodbridge over here. Many times we talk about these incinerators in the KSB. And of course, because it's more than we know, it's a negative thing for neighborhood. It's an unsightly sight. See all the smoke or when we've got steam coming through there. Of course, on a Bayshore property also, there's an incinerator that's burning waste from the hospitals, and it stinks bad. If anybody takes a ride over there, see it. I didn't believe it. I went there and I smelled it. So we all know where it smells, there is a pollution. And it's coming from the human flesh. Because they're burning or cooking, whatever they're doing there, and it's actually on a Bayshore property. But there's a lot of stuff over there. Why KSB? Why Woodbridge? Nobody's wanted it. And instead, they bring the stuff not just from the local hospitals, they bring it from tri-state area, God knows where, even though I heard it from Maine, from Oregon. So let's face it. Don't make a dumping ground of township. Well, I want to know one thing. Mayor asked me about it. What we talk in the beauty salons? Well, I tell you what people want on the beauty salon. Just I work all night if you want to listen, but I only got 5 minutes. They want to know what's going to happen to site where the school 14 is now in Fords, number 1. They want to know 4 and 5 school Avenel. We approved a bond, I believe, 3 years ago. What's happening there? What progress is being made? Because to my knowledge, when they approved the bond, there was kind of emergency. We had to build a school because we're short of classrooms in schools. Now, nothing's happening to it. Everybody's living there and else, nothing's happening. But again, of course, traffic. Let's face it. I don't do much driving, but everybody I talk to, it's probably besides Texas and Woodbridge, the people are very concerned how bad it's going to get from now. We all know it's not even reached the peak itself. So all this stuff is created because of, I believe, overdevelopment. And I understand some people will benefit. Big companies are going to benefit from all this stuff, except the citizens of this township. Local towns become a big city. For what? Because somebody's making money? Why would you destroy such a beautiful town in such a short time? People just don't understand it. I got one over here, which I questioned before. It's number 11, a parking license agreement, Township of Woodbridge, and the 94 Green Street LLC. Well, Mayor, that's where your office is. Now, what kind of agreement we talking about with Township of Woodbridge and a Green Street for parking agreement? As I predicted a couple of years ago, a year ago or so, you want to back up that next door's, what you call the historical building. to utilize your parking lot. Is something like that, or am I wrong? Am I wrong? Thank you.
So the parking agreement that we discussed at our last meeting on July 11th is an agreement with the Historical Society, you're right, and it's involving the school district, and it's involving a safe way for cars to get into the museum and to get out. That's what the agreement is with the neighbor next door. And that's what we told you on July 11th.
But the neighbor told me, neighbor next door, which is 94 Green Street, be able to utilize the parking lot, right?
I cannot, John,
I think there's cross agreements that each can use the others when they're not busy.
right. So it's an agreement that both sides can help each other out, but in the long run, it's good for us, for the museum, for the school system,
For us.
for the township of Woodbridge.
Are there any other comments this evening from the public? Hearing no other comment, can I get a motion that the public comment portion be closed?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll go into the agenda, Mr. Brother.
Alrighty, I'm going to start off lightly here with some light things. First of all, thank you to our police department, our CERT team, the first aid squad, and our recreation department, in particular, Eileen Caggiano and Brian Molnar, for a great job with the pizza run on the 12th of July. It went off without a hitch, and it was just a great day. With the hot weather, everyone please be careful, check up on your neighbors, especially the elderly and those folks that are, locked into their homes. We do have a number of facilities in town with air conditioning. Speaking of that, if you're a person that has healthy habits like walking and things, please don't stop during the hot weather. Just be smart and do it inside. We have many recreation programs at the community center and the club and our senior buildings. And we do have coming up a nice little event on July 28th through the 30th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from Friday and Saturday 12 to 10 this weekend, Sunday 12 to 9. It's Christmas in July at our mini golf course behind the community center, only $5 to play. So that's a nice opportunity, but make sure you stay hydrated. That's all I have. Kicking over to you, Council Vice President Anderson.
Thank you, Council President. We have a few opportunities and openings in Woodbridge Township, especially for our crossing guards for the upcoming school year. If you're interested in becoming a crossing guard, it's a great and rewarding opportunity. And you can contact through our website. The township phone number is 732-634-4500, extension 6400. If you're interested in that position. As well, there are positions with New Jersey Transit advertised, Middlesex College is advertising. We have a 911 dispatcher opportunity that is also listed on our township website. And BASF has been advertising various positions throughout Woodbridge Township for months now. And EISCO and NJMEP, which is New Jersey Defense Manufacturing Community Consortium. They're offering training, opportunities to veterans and their families through manufacturing careers. And also Woodbridge Township Board of Education is advertising for substitutes in the upcoming fall. So please check our local employment opportunities on the Employment Opportunities Center for Woodbridge Township. Moving down, I'm going to hold on Mayor's Trophy. We will move down to the Hall of Fame. The nominees for this year's Hall of Fame have been selected by the committee. The names will soon be released once they've all been contacted. The banquet will be in the fall, and all the names will be announced at the home games for Woodbridge, JFK, and Colonia. We're very excited about this year's class. It was very, very competitive. Moving down to NAACP. If you're interested in joining the NAACP, you can go on to naacp.org. The Perth Amboy area chapter meets monthly in Sayreville, Perth Amboy, Carteret, South Amboy, and Woodbridge. And they're making their rounds. That's once a month on Mondays. And You can get a lot of information off of that website there. I'm going to hold on the MLK and Independent Club, although the Independent Club is also meeting monthly. And we'll move down to Middlesex College. Middlesex College, if you want to enjoy a debt-free college, go onto their website. If you're starting out your college career, and there's also a lot of information regarding workforce development. And I was actually talking earlier about this, about the dual enrollment for our high school students. Whether you're in our magnet school or one of our county district schools, you have the opportunity to take college level classes at Woodbridge High School, JFK High School, Colonia High School, or our magnet school here in Woodbridge. And you can take college level classes and you can graduate with a dual degree from Middlesex College, or you can have enough college credits where you could start out your college career. When you move on to a four-year college, you can start out your career as a sophomore or a junior. So there's a lot of great information there. Go to www.middlesexcc.edu. There's great information on Middlesex, and it's a jewel here in Middlesex County. So I encourage everyone that is looking to get some additional education, whether you're looking for a career change or you're looking to start your educational experience post high school, please consider Middlesex College. Thank you, and that is all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Anderson. Councilman Bauer?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda's in order. I have one announcement. Forest Business Community second cruise night for 2023 will be held on Monday, August 7th, 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Sipperstein's Paints, 372 New Brunswick Avenue in Fords. There'll be food, vendors, music, and more, so come out and enjoy a great night with the Forest Business Community. And God bless our first responders, all our essential workers, and God bless America. Thank you, Council President. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Bauer. Councilman Small?
Council President, my agenda is in order. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman De Jesus.
Thank you, Council President. I have a few announcements. First, I would like to congratulate our Woodbridge Police Department in having another successful Woodbridge Police Junior Academy. Congratulate the parents and the graduates. I was unable to attend the first week's graduation, but last week graduation I did, and again, it's a great program. So if you missed it this year, be on the lookout for it next year. Item number 8, the Hispanic Heritage Festival will be Saturday, September 16th from 12 to 5 p.m. right here on Main Street. Again, that's Saturday, September 16th. The Barron Art Center has a jazz poetry coffee house readings. The coffee house readings present a variety of music and poetry, celebrating a diverse group of local poets and musicians sharing their work in an engaging and exciting atmosphere. The audience will experience many types of poetry, including traditional and spoken word, followed by a limited open mic at the end of each reading. These will take place August 19th at 4 p.m., September 16th at 4 p.m. It is free admission. If you need more information, call 732-634-0413. And then item number 10, the Free Public Library of Woodbridge. The library's summer reading program will offer programs through August. Online book reviews from the Woodbridge community offers 220 book reviews, and it is a great way to find out what everyone is reading and what to read next. Join the online summer reading program by clicking on the All Together Now slide at the woodbridgelibrary.org. Summer reading programs in August include Capture the World, Exploring Photography Basics, and Travel Photography, and many more programs for summer enrichment. Again, you can visit the library page at woodbridgelibrary.org, and that is all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council President Ficarra. Item number 9, the Avenel Fire Department responded to a house fire this past Wednesday, and upon arrival, the fire was blowing through the roof. Thankfully, all the occupants were able to get out of their home, but the home is a total loss. Residents and neighbors that reached out that would like to assist the family can donate to the Woodbridge Community Charity Fund. Put a note on the check that it is for the family of the Avenel Fire, and then just make a note on the envelope, please, care of the mayor's office. I'd like to thank all the township fire departments, mutual aid departments that have responded to assist us, as well as the great job Woodbridge Police and the first aid squads did. Item number 16, the Greenway Family Success Center will be having, in partnership with the Woodbridge Center Kids Club, an event called I'm Happy With Me. Children are invited to go to the lower level near Center Court to build a craft in an effort to build self-esteem. The event is next Wednesday, August 2nd from 2 to 4. No registration is required, and as always, the event is free. The rest of my agenda is in order. Council President, thank you to all our emergency responders, fire, EMS, Woodbridge Police Department, CERT, and all of our public works and township employees. God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Spiller. Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you, President. My agenda is in order. I just have one announcement. I've been getting a lot of inquiries about the light on New Dover and Colonial Boulevard. We're scheduled for the traffic light installation for the second week of August. There's been unusual delays nationwide in steel and aluminum manufacturing. It used to take 12 weeks lead time, now it takes 22. So that's where the delay really is delaying. After the light is up, the light will be on flash for 3 weeks and is required by law to get drivers acquainted with the new signal. The light will be fully operational by Labor Day weekend. And just one announcement, just to throw the date out there. The Floating Breast Cancer Walk in Oktoberfest this year will be on October 21st. I'll have more details when we get to those soon. Just hope everyone have a safe summer.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We'll move into administration. Mr. Mitz?
Thank you, Mr. President. Number 1, letter A, I'll be noting that tonight. You'll have it before you. I'm expecting August 8th for action. 2A, I shared communication with you this morning, so I'll be noting that. Unless I hear differently from you, everything else is in order. Thank you.
All righty, then we'll move it into administration. Mr. Haggerty, are you batting up there?
I'm here. Thank you very much. Administration has a bunch of housekeeping items, stocks and sewer overpayments, county tax appeals, tax court appeals, and Mr. Simaluka sends his best.
Thank you very much. Director Niski, you're up.
Thank you, Council President. I have 2 items on my agenda, both ordinance proposals for handicap parking spaces. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Director Darden?
Thank you, Council President. Nothing this evening?
Very good. Director Brew, you have a little here?
Yeah, I just have one, Council President, thank you. It's a proposal from CME Associates for the Magnolia Road improvements.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nolan?
We have nothing this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second. Very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.